A big extra large New York style pizza like this is by hand stretching that Papa John's fresh, never frozen dough. Get the extra large New York style pizza from Papa John's.
A few weeks ago, we came out to Bragg Weight Loss in East Brainerd, kind of getting you ready for the upcoming summer season. Had such an enjoyable time and an educational time talking with Kevin Bragg that we're back again this morning. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
We covered a lot last time, so again, happy 1-year anniversary in Chattanooga.
Thank you.
But there's really, these conversations could go on and on. So let me see if I can summarize it. People come through your doors here, Kevin. You talk to them for about an hour. At no charge to them. You put them on this reader. What's it called again?
It's a body composition analysis.
Okay, so they can see for themselves what really is going on, and inflammation-wise, fat muscle-wise, in their body. Is that right?
That is correct.
And then, if they're ready to take the plunge, so to speak, they leave your office with kind of a 40-day guarantee that they are going to lose significant amounts of weight, 20 pounds and up, depending on whether they're a man or a woman. Is that right?
That is correct.
So it's kind of new science and old school common sense that you are what you eat, and our bodies don't need nearly as much food as we tend to give them in an American diet. Is that fair to say?
That you just hit the nail on the head right there. We as Americans overconsume food. I mean, just think about the availability of food that we have. Just you can't go a mile down the road without running into some place that has food available to you.
Right.
So yeah, so I mean, it just makes you wonder, like, with how we are as a society eating so frequently, and then you look back at our ancestors who did not have that accessibility to food right there, and kind of wonder, how did they survive with all the food that they did not have available versus us?
It was fuel.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
a different way of looking at food. Is the food there for pleasure, or are you using it for the good of your body? And so part of this is an education for your clients too, right?
Absolutely.
Each person, however, is individual, so you kind of know what works. You know that you can't consume more calories than you burn, and you can't consume unhealthy calories. You want quality calories. But each person's body is different, and so you tailor the program to them. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. We tailor it to everybody's individual needs, and what we're trying to do is get them converted into fat burning in the quickest and most efficient and safe manner to do that. So everybody that comes in is basically more or less going to be predominantly a sugar burner. So we're trying to get them into fat burning, and then they're going to be able to use that as a source of energy.
Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about here, but let's go back to this American diet. We eat a lot of sugar. From the little bitty kids, we eat a lot of sugar. So let's just pretend that you've got a 35-year-old woman who comes in here, and let's say that she needs to lose 45 pounds. Is that typical of what you see?
Yeah,
okay. And let's suppose, though, that she has been a typical American kid and now woman, and so she's kind of hit the fast food junket, or she buys things that are easy to make at home but lots of preservatives in them, or whatever it is. But she's got kind of a lifetime of sugar buildup in her body. Is that part of the obstacle? That do you build kind of layer upon layer of inflammation every year you're eating poorly?
Pretty much, yes. So those are going to be they're going to go through some pretty tough days starting out on our weight loss program.
Why? What makes it tough?
Well, because whenever you are eating foods that are high in sugar content, things like that, is for the fact that there could be the part of where they get that kind of addicted feeling to it. I mean, so it makes them feel really good, and then you have that rough little crash right after.
So what do you advise them to do when they're feeling that way?
Just get through the first week.
Okay.
So and we've got some tools that we can give them to help with them get over those cravings right there, because their taste buds are going to change once you've been on the program long enough.
You know the old saying, there is no such thing as a free lunch. So if you are struggling to lose this weight and you're somebody watching today and thinking, I don't want to be this way, well, that's a difficult place to be in your life. So you can stay there, or you can do something and go through some difficult days, but you emerge a healthier person, right? You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just that old saying that if you want to get anything, all things good in life are going to kind of come with a price tag, so to speak.
Okay, so you had told me off camera.
Nothing's easy.
Because I had asked you about limiting how much you eat. You don't want people to starve, that's not it, but you do only eat twice a day, which for a lot of people is a frightening sounding thing, and yet if you're eating quality foods twice a day, that's plenty of food.
Absolutely. Well, and not only that is when we get you into fat burning mode, we're gonna be pulling enough calories from your fat reserves, and then you rely more upon those fat reserves and less upon the fork. So once you get into becoming an efficient fat burner, you're going to use that as your energy source.
Okay, when you're working with people, do you also use supplements of any kind to keep their nutritional level high?
We do that, but they are all natural. They're organic, basically plant-based products.
Okay.
All natural.
Do you often see, you've proudly shared success stories with us when we come in, do you often see couples do this together? Is it helpful to do that?
Absolutely. Couples are helpful, but they're there to encourage each other along the way, and it's much easier to go through that as a couple than it is to just go by yours individually.
I mentioned the 45-pound weight loss scenario. What if all you have is 10 pounds to lose, but you just want to do it? Is this still a program for you, or do you need to have a certain amount of weight to lose to make it worthwhile?
It can be, but the biggest part is coming in and going through the body composition analysis. That's going to give me a more definitive answer of what we can expect someone to lose, and that's going to tell us exactly what we can expect them to lose. To
that point, if somebody came in, let's say they're 230 pounds and they're hoping to get down to 180, let's say it's a man. Do you often find, or do you ever find that they actually get down to 165 because what their body is really meant to be is less than even they think? Well, most people just, had it either or, but most often some people just, they've got a lower goal weight than what they can get down to, because they're going to stop whenever they start feeling better, and they may feel better before they get to what their desired goal weight would be. Okay, before I let you run, let's touch on that, because you said earlier that your taste buds change, which is good. That means that when your time is up, and it takes about 5 months generally is the program length of time, you leave with kind of a new you, both in appearance and in how you want to approach your day. It's a livable program moving forward, right? You just have to eat the right thing. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so part of that the last 3 months is coach phase. So we let you gradually add one new item at a time. That way we'll be able to help you identify if it's a trigger food or not. So by your body having a reaction to it. Okay. All right, well, here is how you can get in touch with him at Bragg Weight Loss. Their phone number and website there on your screen. You can book that free consultation either way. You can call them, ask some questions of your own when you call, or if you prefer to go online and schedule it from home, you're welcome to do it that way too. Once you decide this is what you want to do for your life, they'll personalize the program for you, and hold your hand every step of the way to make it a success. Great talking to you, Kevin.
Great talking to you as well.
Want to win some cash from our forecast? Enter our 3-degree guarantee contest.